Glasgow here. Hope you guys have been enjoying the channel, all the content that I've been producing, and hope you guys have been ultimately just taking action and implementing these things into your businesses or just into your daily routines if you're working on starting a business, because all of these things that I'm talking about have tremendously helped me and have helped me get to that 7-figure level, but more importantly, have helped me get to a place where I'm more effective and more, I can see a bigger future. I can see more growth, which I think is really, really critical when times get difficult or you can't really see the light at the end of the tunnel, because it can get to a point like that in business many times just because there's so many different moving variables, and when you don't have that roadmap, when you don't have the guidance, it can become that much more cloudy and it just miserable if you really don't have that understanding and the direction, the blueprint, and the focus that you should really be dedicating all of your attention to. So in this video, I want to talk about the most important reason why most online businesses, any kind of business, could be Amazon FBA, it could be running a Facebook ad agency, it could be having a Shopify store, running affiliate marketing, if you're a course creator, any kind of product online, anything e-commerce related. The number one reason why most people fail, it's not because they didn't have the right product or they didn't have the right education in their space or understanding of the market demands or the best way to drive sales and traffic through their funnels and retargeting. It wasn't because they didn't do enough due diligence. The biggest reason, and I'd arguably say it's probably 80%, maybe even closer to 90% of the reason why online businesses fail, is because of mindset. This has been something that has held me back for years. If we go back to 2016 when I started e-commerce, it took literally about 3 years for me to be able to get my mindset right, to be able to work on myself, to be able to do the right things, meditation, if you haven't tried that, gratitude journals, consistent exercise, going to bed at a regular, normal time every single night to keep your circadian rhythms intact. All of these things which then help optimize for your mindset and ultimately believing that whatever you're setting out and doing is possible. Because when you have that belief, and I've done a lot of research on this for myself because I wasn't getting any results, I just felt like I was kept continually hitting the wall, and just wasn't making any progress, wasn't moving anywhere, and I got in a state of paralysis and anxiety because I was working hard, but I didn't know why the hard work wasn't paying off, and I was just simply going in circles. And what I figured out is that it was my mindset. I was simply afraid to give it 100%. I was afraid, more importantly, that I would fail, and if I gave it 100% and failed, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. And that's what a lot of people struggle with, from what I've realized, is this fear to give it 100%, this fear to be consistent every single day. And when you have your mindset sharpened, and when you believe that you can be successful starting an online business, you can be successful launching that Shopify store or the Amazon FBA product, and just getting started with this massive digital economy that we're in, and that's only going to continue to build, and giving yourself enough runway, but more importantly, truly getting down to the deep core center of yourself, believing that it's possible. And even when you don't believe it's possible, because I was there plenty of times with my current main venture, online business right now with the one physical product, I thought it wasn't going to work, but I kept telling myself, I kept writing down on paper, I kept visualizing, I kept doing these things that neuroscientists talked about, which was just generating that energy to continue on each day, to continue showing up each day and putting in the work. whether it's, 2 hours or 10 hours. I haven't been perfect every single day, but if you put in the consistent work, you'll be able to do that from getting to a place of belief and having that mindset sharpened and refined so that you can build a business, have it heading in a positive direction, and get there sooner, get there faster, get there more efficiently and more profitably. Because if you don't have your mindset sharpened, it's going to be a mess. And that's what I experienced for almost 3 years until I started to get things dialed in. I started to do my meditation. I started to write things down. I started to write goals down, which I never really did, but there's a magic, there's a power to having things written down on paper. And if you look across any successful business, massive businesses like Tesla or Elon Musk's companies or Ford or just these gigantic companies that were disrupting an entire world, the one thing that they had was belief. They, despite any kind of setback, despite any failure or failed attempts, they kept going, and they were smart about it. And that's where I was able to start to thrive, is when I saw myself succeeding, and then I saw the success building and it paying off. It was exponential and it compounded, and it didn't seem real. Within that 10-month window, when I figured out how to grow my business online successfully after almost a year of it just sitting online, barely doing, like, I think it did just about $70,000 within about an 8-9 month window. Once I figured everything out, things skyrocketed to 7 figures within a 10-month window. And a lot of that is due in part to my mindset, getting calm, getting centered, doing all the things within my reach, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, to dial in that mindset. So I encourage all of you guys, whatever it is, test different things, because I'm really big into finding what works personally for you, because everyone has, a different regime or a different aptitude to certain things, whether it's yoga or if it's running or just kind of sitting there and just breathing in the morning. Just simple things to be able to get your mindset there. And then opening up a book and journaling. Journaling has been the biggest thing that has changed the direction of my life and my business and the success of my business. Putting it down on paper, believing that I can do it, and just showing up each day and giving myself enough runway so that I can succeed, because too many people, they fall short of success because they don't give themselves enough time for it to play out, enough time for it to grow and to build. So that's it for today. I hope this was valuable. Leave any comments, as always, I will get to them. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys have found this valuable. If you guys are looking to start and grow an online business, launch a physical product, a Shopify store, Amazon FBA product and business, and are looking to take things to the next level and to get the full comprehensive, all the underpinnings as I talk about, to build a successful business online so that you can ultimately have that freedom, which is why I've done it, which is why I've been persistent at it, because I have the freedom and I have the ability to make the full-time income and to be anywhere in the world. And I just simply, for years was just stumbling because I didn't have this system dialed in. Most importantly, I didn't have the mindset and the belief and those simple, almost meaningless tools and habits in place. So I encourage you guys all to start incorporating something, to really start focusing on your mindset. I've listened to probably every single YouTube video and audiobook on mindset. There's a lot of great stuff out there. Find what's best for you. The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of that. That was kind of the first book that really made a shift in my mind of what was possible. So encourage you guys to take action in regard to the subject of this video. Like it, subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be more coming out. You guys will be notified. and look forward to you guys being a part of this journey and working together and succeeding together. So hope you guys have a good one. We'll talk to you guys.